Michelle Shockley, and I'm going to present on how to obtain a profitable relationship with Venezuela. First, we ask, why research Venezuela before pursuing that relationship? Well, it is pertinent for us to understand their culture, and that way we can build a healthy relationship with them and gain their trust. And we do that by researching their customs, family life, religion, education. All of those factors give us more of an insight into their culture, which will make us more successful in obtaining their trust. Some important information that needs to be known. Spanish is Venezuela's primary language. However, English is quickly emerging as their secondary language. And also, Venezuelans believe it is essential to dress professionally. And that's important to know, that way we'll know how to dress once we seek that relationship. Family life in Venezuela. Children are typically raised by their parents, but their grandparents, aunts, and uncles usually play a big part in bringing them up. And also, the children live at home until their mid-20s or until they get married, and they are typically financially dependent on their parents until they move out. What are their characteristics? Well, they are very outgoing and friendly, and they typically stand very close to one another when they're speaking, and they talk with their hands, and they are very expressive speakers. How to greet one another. When women are typically greeting other people, they give a kiss on each cheek, and this is for men and women. However, men, when they are greeting women, they'll give a kiss on each cheek. While greeting men, they offer a firm handshake while putting their hand on the other side. And they sometimes offer hugs, but that's only to people of their same social class. 2 things to avoid. Do not point at another person. It is considered rude in Venezuela. And also, do not symbolize the okay with your hand. This common form of expression in the United States is considered a vulgarity in Venezuela. Education. Venezuela provides free schooling up to the 12th grade. They also have private and Catholic schools. Venezuela's literacy level was over 90% in 1995. 20 to 30% go on to achieve a higher education, and Venezuela offers both public and private universities. However, their finest universities are the public ones. And it typically takes around 4 or 5 years to achieve a degree equivalent to a bachelor's degree, which is very similar to here in the United States. Their religion. The prominent religion in Venezuela is Catholicism. 90% of the population is Catholic. However, there are a growing number of Protestant religions in the area as well, such as Evangelists and Adventists. Their business life. Their business life primarily revolves around the oil field. Typically, the men are still thought of as the breadwinners. Even though that the women can obtain the same jobs as the men, they are typically paid much less. However, they are growing more and more interested in our culture, where the women are treated more fairly within the workforce. The oil field. Venezuela has more than 296 billion barrels of oil, and they have the largest deposit of oil in the world. The United States actually purchases 40% of Venezuela's exports. The differences between our cultures. Unlike Venezuela, the United States does not have an official language. However, English is spoken by 82% of the population. Spanish is the secondary language in the United States that's spoken most often. And in the United States, the proper greeting is a firm handshake as opposed to the kiss on each cheek. And the dress attire worn in the United States actually depends on the region. It is more formal in the east side, and then it is more casual in the west. What is the biggest difference between our cultures? Well, according to Michelle Shockley, the biggest difference is that in Venezuela, everyone is extremely extroverted and expressive. That came from my interview with her. So the conclusion, now that we are more aware of their culture, we will be able to avoid any miscommunication and be able to gain their trust and have that healthy relationship. That way our company can gain that relationship that is so vital to us. And thank you so much for watching.